eat and drink with thee. Just a youthful jollity. Whips and rags and mountain ones, dogs and bells and relays ones, such as Haendel he is cheap and love to live in people's sleep, and love to live in people's sleep. Sport that wrinkles very right, and love the ball in all his sight, and love the ho 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 ho.
This is a slightly crazy oratorio because it's not like many of the more famous oratorios. It's not a dramatic oratorio. It's a very reflective piece, and it discusses the differences of human character, the happy man, the extrovert man, and the introvert man, and in the end that's resolved as the ideal moderation man, so l'allegro, il pensieroso, il moderato. So these are not real characters, but they're, if you like, a little discourse on human emotion. So it's a little bit more like a masque. It's a very light piece, it's a very beautiful piece, quite a complex piece, but it's not a dramatic story with a great crisis and a great resolution. It's much more reflective.
If I'm going to reflect about myself, I'd be more inclined to, I find it easier to get into the world of the Pensieroso movements, which are much more, well, more melancholic, but also more reflective, and I think a bit easier to sing in a way, because they take the poetry is very sort of absorbing, whereas the allegro movements are a lot brighter and more in the moment. So I find the allegro ones more of a challenge myself.
When then finally is the concert, I don't see them anymore, because I'm always present to the people who listen, and so I especially enjoy moments where I turn around and listen to them. For example, when the choir is singing, and I can really watch them. And or for example, when I enter the stage for my first entrance, I would really look into everybody's face for a moment to say, in a way, to say hello and have a good evening, have a good show. Because the contact is then not so, of course there is music contact.
Jestem zaprzyjaźniony z kapelą i ogromnie się cieszę, że na naszym rynku jest taki zespół jak kapela. Muszę powiedzieć, że przez jakiś czas była posłucha, jeśli chodzi o muzykę barokową w Polsce i zresztą też na świecie. W 50. latach ruszyła tak naprawdę ta szkoła angielska i później dzięki Bogu Włosi zajęli się muzyką barokową i wtedy jak gdyby to nabrało takiego nowego kształtu. Przestało to być taką sztuką niezrozumiałą dla innych, tylko taką po prostu operą z krwi i kości, czyli tak naprawdę ona niewiele różni się od Mozarta, niewiele różni się też od Pucciniego w jakiś tam sposób dramatyczny. I takie jest wykonawstwo muzyki barokowej, muzyki Haendla we Włoszech na przykład. Ja miałem sporą styczność, śpiewałem bardzo dużo Haendla we Włoszech, zresztą będę śpiewał za 2 tygodnie na Ravenna Festival z Ottavio Dantone, będę śpiewał Rinaldo, więc ogromnie się cieszę. I tam jest jak gdyby, ta sztuka jest niczym niepohamowana. To jest czysty artyzm bez żadnych limitów. I myślę, że Jan Tomasz Adamus też stara się wprowadzać to w Polsce, w Krakowie i bardzo, bardzo się z tego powodu cieszę.
L'opera veniva eseguita a memoria. I cantanti e il coro, quando c'era, dovevano imparare la musica a memoria. Quindi Haendel nelle opere non ha mai potuto raggiungere un grande livello di complessità armonica e contrappuntistica, mentre invece gli oratori venivano cantati con la musica, leggendo. E quindi diciamo negli oratori Haendel ha una maggiore libertà artistica e può seguire il testo, comporre la sua musica seguendo il testo con una maggiore profondità e con maggiore sapienza compositiva. Il gusto inglese di quest'epoca era il gusto italiano e anche Haendel, come quasi tutti i grandi compositori della sua epoca, ha fatto un viaggio in Italia per apprendere lo stile italiano proprio nel luogo dove nasceva. È stato a Roma, a Firenze, insomma ha girato molti centri ed ha incontrato altri compositori italiani. Non è che lui si sia adattato molto allo stile inglese, ma è uno stile che lui conosceva bene. Per esempio nel terzo atto del Solomon, dopo l'arrivo della regina di Saba, Solomon offre alla regina un piccolo spettacolo e quindi il terzo atto è quasi tutto un teatro nel teatro, uno spettacolo nello spettacolo. E questo spettacolo è composto da Haendel un po' nello stile del masque, dello spettacolo di corte inglesi. Quindi abbiamo qui un uso dello stile fatto proprio apposta per descrivere una situazione particolare. Lo stile italiano nelle arie, lo stile tedesco per i grandi cori e lo stile inglese per il teatro nel teatro, per il masque.
Always amazing, especially when you work with the same orchestra within such a short period of time. I think you see very marked differences in, you know, Paul's. He'd probably be upset if I described him as very English, but I think he'd know what I mean. He does these wonderful, you know, long sweeping phrases. Alessandro is much more Italian and fiery, and you hear different things coming out in the orchestra, and especially in the chorus, lots of, you know, vibrant, fast, sort of, I can't really think of the word, just a totally different kind of approach to the two. And it's very interesting, it's always interesting to hear that from the same orchestra with two different people in such a short space of time. So, and quite exciting to come and do two such different things so close together. So, it's wonderful. I have to say, the orchestra are wonderful. The chorus, I was really surprised is the wrong word, but very impressed on the Allegro, and again on this. They're so on the ball and so together. It's really, really good.